All right, we are in on the live. Let me get this pinned up there. Get this started so folks can come in. Come on. Fire up here. Fire up. I'm working on it, folks. I promise. All righty, there it is. Hope y'all can all hear me. There's my brother Tom.
Yo.
What is up? How are you?
I had this whole thing goofed up here. Hold on, let me.
Uh-oh.
Let me shut one thing off.
Yo, what is up? How are you? I had this whole thing goofed up. Pin this up there. Uh-oh. Come on. There we go.
I don't know if that's me or you, Mike.
I had it muted, I thought. No, ain't me. Mine's gone. I closed it. I had it muted, I thought.
I shut off YouTube.
Ain't me. Mine's gone. I closed it.
So did I. This is wacky, huh? I'm gonna.
Uh-oh. Where'd you go? Where'd it go? Let's try this again. I'm working on it. Yeah, things are acting wacky. Let's see here. Let me try pinning it again. Come on. Boy, this thing's slow. The internet's being slow as Christmas. Yeah, it's still pinned there. There he is again. The internet's being slow as Christmas. Yeah, it's still pinned there.
Okay, I'm muted now, so
I'm muted. I'm muted too.
we're getting that delay back again. Okay,
Why is that happening?
Now, so
I'm muted. I'm muted too.
We'll lose everybody.
Mine is definitely muted.
I don't know. I'm hitting buttons, and I don't know. Sounds good now.
Yeah, it sounds great now. Okay, we're in
Okay.
good shape again.
Hey, we're the technology guys.
All right. Hi, Alan. Hi, dude. Yeah, we're the techno wizards.
Yeah. Holy crap! By
I'm
the
a
time we get going, it'll
techno
be 2
wizard.
hours before we get
Oh, no,
squared
that's the
away.
wrong song. That's the wrong song. Yep.
Alan's in here.
Marie, Alan, the dude. All right. How is everybody?
Good, good, good. Mike, Jeff. Well, you just seen what happened. Do you ever on one of them days, everything you touch just turns to crap?
Yep.
Boy,
Yep.
I tell you.
I have one of them. I have about 5 of them last week.
It's starting to become more and more common. I mean, just God Almighty. I mean, just forget about it. I mean, just for instance, I'm trying to take my pills this morning. I dropped one. And then looking all around for it and a whole bit. It was on my shirt.
I've never had it be on my shirt, but I've had it be right in between the laces of my shoes. And I'm looking everywhere for it. And then when I get up, I see it. I look and see it.
I don't know. I mean, I'm getting to the point where I'm trying to get away from taking all this medication and stuff. But God Almighty, I'm trying to get them to my mouth now. That seems to be the problem. Oh man.
Yeah, I got that problem. I got to look. I put all of them into a container with all the different days of the week, and
That's what I do.
I'll just open up the thing and I'll sling it back in my mouth and get them all because I got all the supplements in there too. I only take a couple of medicines, so but I'll have it fall and I'll find it. I have to find it before the dogs find it because if anything hits the floor, the dogs are like,
Or
it
on
is
it.
mine,
Yeah,
even if it's medicine.
we had the other day. Marie says to me, "Are they pills on the floor?" I got one that doesn't close right, so I open them up and try to pour it into the hand there. But thank God that's not the case as far as eating or cooking.
Yeah.
I have no problem finding my mouth that way.
All
Keto
right, we
simple.
have. Yep. How you doing, Dustin? We got Gail Southern Living. We got
Oh,
Breaking Insanity Cycle. Hey, everybody. I love seeing y'all here. We got
yes,
10
yes.
folks in here already.
Wow, very nice. Very,
Hey,
very nice.
Dustin, come on up, man. Love to have your input on this. You are very knowledgeable in the keto industry, the keto world. You are a
I gotta
ketologist.
see. I went to the Asian store again today, just to pick up some, little goodies here and there. I mean, the prices between that store and the local grocery store is like crazy. I mean, the big difference. I don't understand. It's for the
Yep.
same stuff, and some of the stuff I get there looks better than in the conventional store. Much cheaper.
Well,
Much.
yeah, I've been in Kroger's and look at uh the date on the freshness on the like salad if I'm buying salad or something like that.
Yeah.
It'll be like a day or two away. I go over to the other place and it's fresh as it can be. I'm like, how is it they're getting all this fresh and you're not?
Yeah. I mean, up at one sprout. I mean, come on. I mean, is all of it organic? I don't think so. A pepper in Sprouts the other day, a red bell pepper, just a plain old ordinary red bell pepper, was $1.99. Okay.
Man,
Now I got two
wow.
in a pack here for $2.98. I mean, uh, you
Luis,
know,
trumpet master.
Mr. Trumpet Master, how you doing,
There
Lois?
is the man right there. But yeah,
He's
it's the same way with the Asian and the Hispanic market. Said theirs is always much fresher than what you get in the other stores. And I'm thinking, people are shopping more in those stores for a lot of things. What are they just not buying produce when they go in there? Because I rarely buy produce when I'm in the Kroger or something. I go to the other stores
Yeah, Mike,
because it's just better
I got 2 packs
quality.
of three piece. They're probably quarter of an inch thick sliced Boston butt that they put on the, just before you get to the bone. They put them on there and slice it long ways. I mean, they were big pieces. I bought 2 packs, and I think both of them were. It came out to about $11 for the two.
Holy smokes!
So I got
Wow.
shiitake mushrooms. I got and this video going to be coming up on it. Shiitakes. I also got baby bellas, the peppers, and bok choy. I mean, the bok choy is like $2 for 6 heads. I mean, it's crazy. And plus that thing, I spent $26. The other day, I went to the conventional store. Okay, and I've got 6 items, and it was $77. So something's going on. Something's with it. I don't know.
My internet is crapping out.
Really. I've had trouble the other day. I try to upload a video, and you think you're getting better at it. I think I am, but in the same token, though, I mean, I had glitches throughout the whole thing. So when I upload it and I look at them, thank God I looked at them before I put them up on YouTube. But then I put them up, and the glitches were gone. And I don't get it. I don't know. I guess they're just trying my patience. You know what I mean? So, what you drinking there? You got a beer?
It's a Bang energy drink. No, it's a Bang energy drink. I drink maybe one a day.
That's cool. Holy moly! Holy moly! Hold on.
It may be my computer because it's not been doing it on the TV.
Cooking with Dat Town 2 is here. My man, Shante. What's up, brother? Thanks for coming in.
Tommy, you're moving in slow motion.
So are you. You're done. You're frozen.
Am I back?
Yep, you're back. You see who's here? Cooking with Dat Town 2.
Oh, yes, Shante. How you doing, brother?
Well, if you want, you come on up, or we can schedule next time you want to come up. I mean, if you listen to his story, okay, it's me. It's my story. I mean, the same thing happened to him, with the doctors and the medications and stuff like that, and he lost a ton of weight doing keto. Yeah, he's got a great channel. He's involved with his kids and everything. His little guys. I mean, they crack me up. They you want to see them grab the phone? Well, you've seen them. Grab the phone and I'll start doing their own review on food and stuff. It cracks me up.
Yep.
He has a line of rubs and spices and stuff like that. It's all keto friendly.
Yep.
Well, I'm glad you're here, brother. I really am.
Are you going to be out there in Smyrna? Yeah, me too. Are you going to be in Smyrna Sunday? Because I might be able to make it out there. I was going to go this past weekend, and then it just looked like it was going to rain. And
hey, Mike, how's your
said,
weather?
No,
is it lighting up a little bit?
There I go again.
You're frozen.
I don't know what is going on with my internet. It may be my computer. It's old, and I may have to get me a new one, or I may have to switch over to something else and do this with another computer.
Yeah, every once in a while you freeze up on a little bit.
Man, I may have to start doing this on my tablet or something, or doing it on Paige's computer. It's pinned. The thing's pinned at the top there of the chat.
Yeah, we got quite a few people in here now. That's cool. Very, very good.
I am not doing good with this. Dang it.
You froze up again.
This just sucks. Dude.
Why don't you go out and see if you can come back in again?
I am not believing it.
I hear you. I just don't see you moving.
So he'll be out in Smyrna as long as the weather holds up.
You're gone. He's gone. I tell you, this is getting harder and harder to do. with the connections and stuff like that. And see where I live. I live in 55 and older, and there's people moving in and out, and the communications truck is here all the time. I guess rehooking people up and stuff. And every once in a while, I'll have a problem. Hey, here he is, Dustin. How you doing?
What's happening?
Not much. Well, I think we lost the host.
Oh, he'll be back.
Yeah, hey, come back in again, man. How you doing? All right.
Let me make sure. Yeah, I'm good. Let me make sure I got this turned off because I'm getting echo. There we go. All right.
Cool. Very, very good.
Can you hear me all right?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Right. Perfect.
Mike is maybe he might try to come up on his phone. I guess I don't know. Dustin, you know Cooking with That Town too? There he is, right here.
Yeah. I just commented on one of his videos just the other day.
Yeah.
Or yesterday, I think maybe.
How you doing?
Good. How's everybody?
Mikey's back.
This is pretty cool. I've never seen this before.
I'm
Oh
surprised.
yeah, StreamYard. It works real well.
I'm surprised you haven't done
They
it
charge
before.
me $25 a month, and I hardly use it.
Drunken Chef told me about one he uses. I think it was Drunken Chef told me about it, but I'm gonna try it. It's another one. I just hadn't bothered to set it up yet, but I'm gonna give it a try. It's supposed to be unlimited and free.
Yeah, I don't remember what that name of it was. Hey, I just got used to this thing here.
So how many people can it be on here?
10, I think, isn't it?
No, on the free version, you can get 6 people up.
6. Okay.
Then the paid version, I think you can get up to 10. I think it's like 20, like
10 or 12, I think, with the paid
Yeah.
version, I think. But it gets a little too jumbled.
Yeah, I mean everybody cuts themselves in and cuts out. And
I get on a every Tuesday, and my buddy has he does a lot of streaming, but he does it's called Toxic Tuesdays, where we get together and talk about movies.
Mhm.
Okay.
So I jump in, and usually we have like 6, maybe 8, but more than that, it gets a little too jumbled, and it's hard to know what's going on.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you and that town know each other, Dustin? Have you checked out either of each other's channels?
I've been seeing some of his stuff recently. I just commented on one of his videos, I think yesterday.
Yeah. I've been on your page. You had we're like a few months ago. I commented on some videos, and then I think I saw your comment. I was like, oh yeah, I remember seeing his page before.
I just saw today Nick Nimmin. If you guys follow him, he is not. He's more on the longs of like analytics and how to grow your channel and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He posted that now on certain accounts, they're rolling it out where you can do a short reply to comments.
Oh.
So you can like take the comment, post it on the screen, and do like a verbal or a video reply to that comment as a short.
Okay,
Oh.
That's how they do. That's they're taking that from TikTok.
Yeah.
Yep.
TikTok has that option, and you can go to a comment and basically it's giving you ideas to make more videos or something like that. But
yeah, it wasn't available for me today yet when I was going to look at it, but I made a quick little short just today on my last video that I made, just playing around with it to see what it would do, because we're all YouTubers here, so I figured why not bring it up with you.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what they're doing. You can go in and make a short of one of your long form videos and write in the app, and it just takes a couple of seconds out of it or whatever. Then it links right to the video. So I got like 25 views on my long form video and like 2,700 views on the short. So that was pretty neat.
Yeah. Wow.
I have no clue how that works.
Shante was asking. I found a short that I did on my phone. And I said, you know what? I looked back in the archive on it, and I think I had 52 views on it, almost like when I first started. And it was about chicken cacciatore with spaghetti squash. Okay, I was making an Italian version of it. I put it back up again. All right, and I got 200 and some views out of it. You know what
What's
I mean? It was
really strange is my biggest video, the video that I had with the most views, is a short, and almost none of the views are from the short shelf. It's all from search.
Wow.
So I'm getting paid for it, which is weird.
Wow.
I have one that I did 8 months ago, and it's still going. And it was a short, and it was homemade sausage with broccoli rabe. All right, that
Mm.
right now has got 163,000 and change on
Oh,
it.
wow, that's impressive.
Good
It's
night.
still going.
Wow.
I couldn't believe it.
Man.
You
Yeah,
know,
my biggest one's like 40K.
I'm behind right now. You know, as
Man.
far as watch hours and stuff, and I'm like 140 away from 1,000, which is you know not the big deal. But YouTube took one of mine that I did with egg life wraps. Okay, and I made I set some pork and some vegetables, but I used the egg life wraps as noodles, and I put them into the wok and everything. Well, YouTube took that one and they put ads on it. Okay, and at that point, I didn't really care. I mean, I'm not getting paid for it. Okay, but that thing took off also. Today, it just hit 8,300.
That's awesome. Well, the good thing about
Yeah.
that is the fact that YouTube trusts your content, even if you're not in the partner program, which I've been in the partner program now since July, and I haven't seen my first check yet. So, I mean, it takes $100 for them to throw you a check in the first place. But
Yeah,
hopefully I'll get one soon.
they'll randomly take a video and basically do their own promotional. They'll do their own promoting it, and like if you look at the analytics, it'll like just randomly if you break it down, because you can look by 24 hours in the last 60 minutes or so, it'll show one that just goes crazy out of nowhere. You're like, I'm tagging all these exact same thing. Like, what happened to that? You can tell that they selected that one to promote or move up their list. And
Yeah.
I had one like that, and in one day it like just went crazy. And on a regular like long 9-minute video, it just went crazy in 1 hour. And then after that 1 hour, like immediately just dropped back to the regular amount of views. So yeah, they do that from time to time.
So me and a buddy, we get together weekly and we sit and we talk about analytics. He has quite a few channels. And so we just we've been friends for a while anyway, but we get together and just go over analytics and look at everything, because as a new creator and as someone who's new to the partner program and new with YouTube in general, I've been doing it for 2 years, but it's good to have that kind of insight, because if you're new to this and you throw a video up and it gets like 5 views, and you throw one up, it gets 200 views, and then the next 10 get 2 views or whatever it is, it gets so easy to be discouraged and it's easy to just quit. So it's good to have that community like this, even, you know, having this chat here is huge, because we're all small creators and we're all new to this. And it's very easy to, I mean, even me, I get discouraged and I have those weekly Zoom meetings, you know, something doesn't go like, I think it's really huge. But what YouTube will do is they will try to promote your videos to broader and broader audiences to kind of see where the line is. So they'll push and push and push and look at your click-through rate, and they'll look at the view duration, and they'll look at all these analytics. And if a broader audience responds, then they'll continue to push. So you can look at that and look at your analytics and look at how many people they're sending it to, how many people are clicking on it, how long they're watching, where they're clicking on it from, and where they're watching from, and everything. It's a little overwhelming, but the information is there.
You know, and you know what cracks me up is that all right, now I just hit 852 subs. I have 357,000 views that I have. They say on some of it I have 2,600 hours, watch hours. But then you go to something else that says I have 1,600. So
there is a reason for that, because the watch hours accumulated from shorts doesn't factor into your long form watch hours, and the long form watch hours is what counts for the 4,000 and the 1,000 subs to get you into the partner program. So any watch time you get from shorts doesn't unfortunately count towards that.
Yeah, I thought they were going to start doing that. I thought they were going to change.
I don't know. They've been changing so much about shorts that very well may have changed. I mean, it's almost changing daily. So if you guys don't follow Nick Niman, he does like a quick news segment every Friday with all the new things for us as creators and they're usually, 10 to 15 minute long things. And he kind of pushes out all the stuff that we miss. So his information is invaluable.
Dustin, spell his last name.
It's let me double check here. I think it's Nimmon, I think. Let me double check.
I'll find them on there because that's good to know because there's a lot of confusion with it, and the problem is also, I mean, we got a lot of people that's involved in trying to do the keto end of it. There's a lot of different channels.
It's NIMN. I'm sorry, NIMMIN.
Well, good thing you straightened that out. That would have been quite crazy.
He's a bald guy with a beard.
Now, wait a minute. I'm looking at one right now.
Well, his beard's a lot smaller.
Thanks, I appreciate it. Shante, how you doing, buddy? How's the fight going?
Doing all right. He's doing all right. I got probably in a stall right now, but still going at it. Back and forth with kids every now and then, bait me into trying to sneak one of their French fries or something like that from their. But
I'm to the point now where not only am I was in a stall, but the big thing was, I mean, I stopped losing the weight, but I'm losing. I mean, my shirts are fitting me now. My older shirts are fitting, so I'm getting that. I had an old Hawaiian shirt that I put on the other day. I was happy as hell to be able to put it back on again. The only bad thing is I went outside and got attacked by a couple of hummingbirds, but that video's coming.
That's what I was telling my mom because my mom started doing keto, and she was calling me. I'm trying to put on this mount. I'm sorry. She was calling me daily, like, it's not working. It's not working. I'm not losing weight. I was like, stop worrying about the scale. Don't worry about that. Period. Just, you put. I was like, go put on some old pants or an old shirt or something. And she did that. She's like, whoa, this fits way better. So, she's trying to get out that mindset to stop worrying about the scale each day. But she started in January. She's down like I think almost 30 or 40 pounds, and clothes fitting on her a lot better. She's super happy right now, but she was, getting frustrated because she lost like a quick 10 or 15 pounds, and then she didn't lose any weight for like a month or two, and then she started going crazy.
Yeah, that's the one main thing that I try to make sure that people understand is don't focus on the scale. That's even like it was for a long time, like my pinned tweet on Twitter. It was like, just because the scale isn't moving doesn't mean good things aren't happening. And I think people lose track of that. And I mean, it's so invaluable that we as creators make sure that we're pushing that out there as often as we can, because it is so easy to look at that scale every day and go, oh, I gained a pound. I must have messed up. I don't know what I did wrong. And then you start to spiral, and it's easy to just kind of give up. There's so much out there to help us get in our own way.
I turned around and I stopped because I was getting a lot of crazy questions that I didn't have the answers to. Okay. So being a retired chef, I just cook, and this is how I did it. Okay. I don't preach it. I don't say, well, you're going to do this and do that, but I just put out the food that I know works for me. And everybody says, well, what do you eat in a day? That's when you watch a video. That's what I eat. That's it. No more, no more, no less. And that, that's the bottom line. So, I think that the less complicated you make it for people. I mean, I had even family members. Oh, I can't do this. I miss my bread and stuff. Okay. Well, you know what? Yeah. Wait, just, you want to have bread, have some bread. There's no keto police going to come banging on your door because you had a piece of bread.
I just tell people it's straight willpower. It's willpower. If you get past that mindset of not wanting bread or anything like that, like the same thing like before keto, I think I tried juicing. I watched one of those documentaries, Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dying, I think, about juicing. Yeah. And when you don't eat food, you can heal other things. And at that time, I was working out. I had a shoulder injury that I had no clue. Like I could barely lift my arm above my head. I didn't know what was going on. And I started juicing for I went 10 days. And after day one, the worst day was day 1 and 2. It was breakfast and lunch, I was okay with drinking a juice or something. But dinner time, I was like, I need to put some food in my mouth. This is weird, just drinking my dinner. But after the second day, I got past that. Now, I mean, mind power, willpower. But it did, my shoulder injury, which when I was bench pressing and trying to lift the weights, I could barely get my arm up to here. And after 10 days, it really did start to heal itself without going to the doctor doing anything. I don't know if that's part of it, but it's just saying like your body takes up so much energy digesting food, and when you don't digest food, it has ability to do other things. But the dude that was in it, he was not a doctor, just going up, just basing off. But that aspect did help me, but that was a long time ago.
I just
that's definitely. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry about that.
I just went 2 weeks ago back to the doctor, okay, with blood work, the whole bit, okay. And this is the first time I'm going to be 68 in October, the end of October. And this is the first time in my adult life that my cholesterol, LDL, all of it is in check, right where it's supposed to be. Okay. So I looked at him and I said, all right, you tell me, was this keto thing working or not? Okay. He was like amazed. When I moved from Florida to Vegas here, I was walking with a cane. All right. I just couldn't get around, and my joint pain, everything else like that. Now it's been over a year. In June, it was a year that I started it. I don't walk with the cane no more. I don't use it at all. So the joint pain and what I'm supposed to be, moving around, it's gone. I mean, it's just flat out gone. So it's amazing. It really is amazing. And then when you tell your story to somebody and they just look at you like, yeah, you're nuts. So.
I ended up getting off of the laptop. It's still running, but I'm streaming my part from the phone.
It looks pretty.
I sent
you
a link in the private chat there, Mike.
I saw it. I'm gonna look at it.
That's the one I'm on right now. It's okay. Oh man, I got a desktop when I first started looking to do YouTube, and I got it, and it was nice, but it would shut down so much. It was just, now this thing, I've been able to render video and it doesn't shut down, and I'm just like, oh, the PTSD of that is real, editing video.
I tell you, I had past couple of days, I had nothing but problems with editing and stuff like that. I think it's just my connection. It's basically what it is. But that's
did any of you guys use DaVinci Resolve?
I did, and I switched. It would give me a hard. It kept popping up because naturally I had the free version.
That's what I used to.
It kept popping up on for me to buy into it. Right in the middle of me editing. So now I use what the hell I use?
Canva?
No, I don't use Canva. I use OpenShot.
I use Canva for my thumbnails.
Yeah,
but DaVinci Resolve, the good thing is it's $295 once forever. So I do plan on actually buying into it, but I'm going to buy. They've got like a little, like micro controller for it that's like Bluetooth or whatever, and it's like $400. So you buy that, and then you get the full version for free, and so basically you're paying $100 for the controller. So
that's what my grandkids, they're the ones that set me up with this whole thing. That's what they had. They had all this stuff set up for me, and I'm saying, well, you're nuts. I'm old. I told my team, I'm old. Give me a break.
You're only as old as you let yourself be, man.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
I pretty much do all of the editing, pretty much like the clipping and all that. I pretty much do that straight from my phone. But I use OpenShot. Is it OpenShot or open source? OpenShot.
OpenShot, yeah.
And I use that pretty much just to add like the intro and the layover, the logo on the bottom, logo on the screen. But pretty much all the rest of that is pretty much all done from my phone. And also VN. I think there's an app called VN.
Vlog Now. Yeah, I used that when I first started.
That one helps if I want to just do a quick one from my phone without having to use just the aspect of speeding up videos, because as opposed to taking one clip and then shortening it and shortening and shortening it, you can just do it a lot faster from that one. But just burning up a lot of space on my phone. But I primarily use my phone for everything.
Yeah, see,
I did when I first started. Then I got a GoPro, and then I started using the GoPro and got that mounted up on my my stove and stuff for doing cooking videos, and then set it up for us to do the review videos. And we got the dual labs, so the wife and I can do those. And
I got the poor man's GoPro.
How do you like it?
I'm still trying to figure out how to use that.
XTU, I tell you what, it's great. Okay,
until you drop it in the soup.
No, that was the other phone. No, that was the other one I had. I had a what do you call it? Camcorder that it was a little top heavy, and I had it on the tripod, looking over into a pot of soup, and I went to move it, boop, right into the soup it went. So naturally, I lost that video. But this thing works great. The lifetime warranty on it. This is the third one I had. Okay, because it's cracking. The windows are open on it, and the salesman says to me, that's good up to 130 feet. I said, I'm going to take your word on that because I have no plans of going 130 feet to see if it works. But this one here, I got glued and put together the whole bit. I got a brand new one waiting, but I tell you, it works good.
Now, what does it shoot in? Because I always film in 2.7K, but render down to 1080p.
No, this shoots 430, 4K at 30 frames.
Yeah, mine will too. I just don't because that's just the files are too big. So I use the 2.7K. And then when I render it down to make it easier to upload and everything to YouTube, I render it down to 1080p.
Yeah, I can do that. It's got 4 or 5 different ranges you can go with it, but I use the 4K 30 on it. It seems to work out better. It seems a little clearer. The only thing different about this one here is the microphone it comes with. It's attached to the camera itself, and it looks like like you would attach to your ear, but it's on the camera. The quality is horrible. I think it was an ASCO camera, an ASCO camera or something. They have the regular the lapel mic, but it's only got a 4-foot cord. So that's why I keep gluing it together because I keep dropping it, pulling it away off the stand. But it shoots pretty good though. It really does.
I have a GoPro. I have a GoPro 9.
That's what I've got.
But I've recorded a few videos. Well, actually, no, just clips. Just not. I haven't done it. I went live with it in that video because
that's what I'm on right now.
Okay, because I went live with it, and that was able to go live in 1080p. But when I went live from my phone, it was only a 720. But the how do you? Because one reason that I don't really like it is how do you change it from having? I don't like that bubble like little mini fisheye lens view. How it kind of
you can get an app. It's called Quick. It's an app, and you just download it. Then you pair your phone with it, and then you can go through and change all. It's easier to change your settings that way, but you can go in and change your settings in the back of the GoPro.
Okay, yeah, I have the Quick app. That's how I use it before you can go live from it. But I want to start playing around with it more. With I've literally used it like twice.
I've filmed like 300 videos with this thing. Oh, I wish I had like 3 more of them because they just announced the 11 today, or maybe yesterday. But the 11 has been announced.
My GoPro old. It doesn't do audio.
No,
that's how old it is.
I usually when I'm doing the cooking videos, I'm talking and singing to myself, and I just cut it all out and then just do everything in post.
That's what I just started doing.
Yeah.
Because you know what? Sometimes the audio is just not there, and especially with me, clumsy ass. You know what I mean? I'm dropping them, knocking them over. Forget I'm connected to
make all kinds of racket, and people want to come in and out of the doors. And I was watching your videos. I'm sorry. What's your name?
Who, me? Tom.
Me? Who?
Yeah. I know Mike and Tom. I just don't know what cooking with.
Oh, Shantae.
Shantae. Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry. I was watching your videos and I was thinking to myself, my house is never that quiet. Your videos of your house is so quiet.
Yeah, that's because no. That's I mute everything. That's why I don't go live because my kids are. It's crazy when I'm filming, especially if they're upstairs right now. They don't know if they see me on here, they're gonna be all in here, and that's why I don't really go live because it's like it's just too loud. But no, I'm just like you. It's singing, it's music, it's pots banging, it's me talking to the kids, and then I know I take all the sound out of every video. And
I was like, because you had like the sizzling sounds and stuff, and I'm like,
that one, that one, the kids were that was yesterday, but the kids were at school, so I was able to do that during breakfast. It's a rarity. That's a rarity to do.
Thank you, Chef.
With nothing on there. Nobody was home at that time, and that's
we're empty nesters. Like, well, our 22-year-old is home again, but our cats will be wah, wah, just loud. I'm like, what is your problem? They're like, we want attention.
I guess it was maybe the second to the last video I just made, I had it down to where I said, you know what, this thing is it's going flawlessly, not a problem, no editing, it's going to go great, okay. And I'm going about my business, talking. All of a sudden, the door opens up, and my wife comes in. I'm home. Shit.
Perfect time.
Yeah, perfect timing. And do you think I could get that edited out? Nope, couldn't do it. So what I've been doing lately, like I said, I mute everything and I try to talk over it.
Yeah,
Try to do it that
last
way.
video you were saying when it was quiet, it was I don't know if you might catch it, but it was quiet all the way until I pulled the egg muffins out of the oven, and my wife just walked in. And I realized, like, yeah, she's in there. I'm just going. That last frame, I just took the sound completely out of that one. She was talking about something about getting groceries out the car. I was like, your timing couldn't be no better. It was the last 5-6 seconds of the video, and then you come through with the, I got some groceries in the car for you.
Mike, you muted, Mike.
Huh?
You were muted. I seen you talking there.
Uh-oh. How'd I do that?
You're all right now.
Okay.
We can hear you now.
I thought maybe you were a ventriloquist for a minute.
I might be.
Charlie, how you doing? Charlie, Cooking Secrets for a minute. How you doing? Urban Gardener Chronicles, Drunken Chefs in the house. Ghetto Kitchen, what's up? Tony, how you doing? I'm not paying attention to the chat here.
I tried doing voiceover one time. It was a disaster.
I've got this Rode mic, and I've got one of these. It's a Zoom PodTrack P8. It's kind of like the Zoom version of that Rodecaster Pro that came out a couple years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I do all my voiceovers with that because I've got an office in here, and I've got these are all thick curtains hanging up back here, so it sounds nice and damp. So I come in here and I do my voiceovers as long as it's like not storming outside or whatever, because like there's not hardly anybody upstairs making noise, but I'll do all my voiceovers up here. Then I'll add all the music and all that stuff. And yeah.
Mm-hmm. I did a collaboration with Last Chance Cook-Off. Okay. And I did a seafood. I did some lobster. Well, I told them I was going to do stuffed lobster. Okay. Couldn't find lobster out here in Las Vegas unless I wanted to take a loan out. But so I did lobster tails and some crab legs and some shrimp, scallops and stuff like that. And it had to be done outside. I did it out my smoker. And I went through this whole thing. And we sat down, we ate. I get all done. I said, you know what, Maria? I said, I'm going to go in and try to put this thing. I'm going to edit it, see what it looks like. I put it on. It's all in slow motion. The whole thing was in slow motion. So I said, okay, that's no big deal. I'll just talk over. Well, trying to get the voice up to where it took me a week actually. And I'm a grown man. And I had tears in my eyes. I mean, what am I going to do? I'm not going to go back out and spend more than another $100 on seafood to make a video, you know. But it was
that's the thing is like I've made so many mistakes, but that's like I've made over 300 videos. There's been all kind of like you'll watch my videos and you'll see like the lower thirds, only like one of them's going across, or just like weird things happening and it just cuts her off or whatever. And I'm like, we're new at this. This is like now. I spent like months making my intro by myself, learning how to edit with DaVinci Resolve. It's a nightmare. I watched hours and hours of videos on how to like make my own stuff, and I was in my room like just like the lockdown was me learning DaVinci Resolve.
Yeah, you know what the funny what the funny part about that is too, Dustin. I mean, bad enough being on keto, okay, and then start shooting videos about it and getting frustrated about that. You know what I mean? It just holy crap. I thought shoot a video, put it up on YouTube. Yeah. No.
There's so much more involved.
That's exactly how I started mine. Like, because my videos was kind of like a progression. Like, if you start from the beginning, you'll see like I wasn't on camera at all. It was just me cooking, no sound, no nothing, just the food cooking. Yep. And then I started putting like the ingredient listings in it because I didn't want to be on camera at all. And then I went to speaking on the camera, and then went from there to being on screen, it was just a progression to me getting more comfortable with it. But no, I didn't want to be on camera at all at first.
At first, I I felt
You
like
just
maybe
see,
like
all you
when
see is these hands.
or you see, yeah, I was like Earl Shive, Bartles and James,
Yeah,
Ay, ay, ay.
Dustin, how long did it take you to get your lady to come on camera?
Oh, I don't know how many videos it took her. Like, and I would just kind of like mention it every once in a while, and I wasn't forceful. And then one day we were like just hanging out. And I'm like, what if we just put a bag over your head? And put lipstick on it or something. And she's like, okay, but if anybody says anything mean, I'm never going to be on camera again. I'm like, it's YouTube. They're bound to say something mean eventually.
Eventually, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lady that said something on one of my videos the other day. Why don't you cut your nails and trim your beard? And I'm like, have you seen my videos? I'm like, I'm not even cooking for you. I'm not serving you. Get out of here.
Yeah, exactly. But
y'all
somebody
wanna-
want to know, why don't I wear gloves when I'm cooking? I said, for
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
I mean, what are you,
Same
nuts?
here. I've had
You get
comments
that a
like
lot.
that. And I've
Especially
had
if you
one-
mix something or mix a bowl up with your hands or mix some,
Right.
use your hands and mix something, they'll go crazy. I'm like, dude, this is my food and I'm cooking for my house.
yeah.
Charlie said
Yeah,
he's
coming
gonna
over here at all.
Charlie's
People think
making
that
it.
we're serving up for them or whatever. I mean, I get it because, I mean, it's weird like this, the reach. Like, I'll look through my analytics and be like, oh, people from Saudi Arabia are watching my videos. It's so weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a guy from India. Okay, I was making steak. I was cooking steak. He said, "This looks very, very nice." I said, "Oh boy, I hope I don't offend nobody."
Exactly.
But I said,
Well,
the
you
price.
just follow the hill over at Headbanger's Kitchen. He cooks he has to cook with water buffalo all the time because he's not supposed to cook with beef because beef is like illegal over in India. But he's awesome.
Yeah.
He interacts with me all the time.
Headbanger's Kitchen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Mike, your keto M is not working.
It's not. Dang it.
No. I don't know. People are trying to drop their links, keto links and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy the different. And you know what? It's not. I guess from Indonesia was pretty big. In the beginning, I was like ecstatic because, I had 50 people, and that's how I met Mike. Me and Mike started out basically the same month doing it.
Yeah.
And we went back and forth with each other, and it just kept going, kept creeping up.
Yeah.
And then I met Shantae like that, and then he just going, following other people and trying to be real serious with it. And I said, you know what? I'm not gonna be that serious with it because I'm losing weight with it. I'm having fun doing this. I'm glad my grandsons put me in. They said, "Pop, you need to do a YouTube video." Okay, we'll do a YouTube video. And then it started picking up. I like doing it until I lost the camera into a pot of soup. But then I had to go out and buy the camera.
Well, the thing about YouTube is if you go into this with the mindset that you have to make money and you have to be successful, it's not going to be. I mean, this is a long journey because I've been uploading I uploaded my very first video in 2020, like February of 2020. But it wasn't me. I recorded it, sent it to my buddy. He edited it, put the music and the graphics to it, and uploaded it for me. It sat there for almost a year before I went in and started making my own content. So January 1st, 2021, because I lost my job in the end of 2020. It was like November 2020, I think it was. So then I decided that I was going to start doing YouTube, do like the stay-at-home grandpa thing with my granddaughter so she didn't have to go to daycare and all that stuff, and do all the housework and all the stuff I needed around the house. And obviously the goal is to make some money with YouTube, but knowing that it's going to take a really long time if you ever make it sustainable. But going into it with that in mind, knowing it's going to be a while, having fun with it, learning, and hopefully making a difference to a couple of people along the way, I think that's the most important thing.
Yeah, I mean, and you're exactly right. That's why I try to keep it as light as I can. You know what I mean? I feed off of you guys, what I'm doing, but I try to keep away from all the technical stuff. Let's put it that way. Okay, I share the protein, the vegetables that I do, how I do it, and that's what I eat. And this is that seems to be working for me. Now, whether it's going to work for you or not, I don't know. but this is a stepping stone where to go. No sugar, because I'm type 2 diabetes. Okay. No sugar, no carb. I'm 20 carbs or under a day.
Total
And
or net?
Total. No net
Total?
carbs for me. Yeah. No net, because what happens is if I start playing with net carbs, okay, and away from the actual carbs, my blood sugar will shoot through the roof.
That's
So
not good because you live in Vegas and all that food there.
Yeah, it's torture. I mean, but I tell you what, though, I found a couple places that are pretty open to what we're doing. We're just.
I think there's a Las Vegas keto bakery. I think I found them online somewhere. And I know there's a keto sushi place in California somewhere too.
Mm-hmm.
But here in Indianapolis, well, Brownsburg in the suburb, we've got this place called Rockstar Pizza, and they serve like a full keto menu. They have keto pizza, keto sandwiches, keto breadsticks, keto desserts. They have keto soups and the salad bar and all that stuff. I mean, it totally turned their business around.
Yeah, I'm going to call some people out here. Cooking Secrets for Men. Charlie, thank you. Let's see who else here. Terrific Mike.
Rustin,
That's him right there.
I'm not sure, but I think she's in Indiana somewhere. Keto Upgrade. Have you seen that channel?
I'm not sure. Let me look and see if I can find it.
She is she did a interview with Steve from Serious Keto did an interview with her, and she's a pastry chef who went keto, and she creates all that. She's got a channel of her own, and she's actually opening up a keto bakery.
Hello, Nets. How you doing? Welcome in, Nets.
And in the interview with Steve, if you go back in his videos on keto, Serious Keto, she tells where that is, where the bakery is. But
there's
some great stuff.
There's a full-on keto bakery in Alpharetta.
Yes.
Zaba.
Yeah, Zabawanga. I've been there. Yeah. My wife is a type 1 diabetic, and she had never had a bakery keto or bakery diabetic friendly.
That was me, Charlie.
So it's so crazy. How have I never seen this? And she's got like a lot of subscribers.
Yeah, she's good too. She knows what she's doing.
20K subscribers.
Yeah, but their stuff is really good, Shantae. It's the guys, the folks, the couple from Keto Connect.
Come here.
They do. She did their wedding, their stuff for their wedding. But I got my wife's birthday cake from her back right after we started keto, and they had just opened up. Hi.
Well, Keto Connect is in your neck of the woods, aren't they?
Yeah,
I got to say something,
yeah,
Mike. Hold on one second, Mike.
You got two of us here in Atlanta in this chat right here. With,
Mike, hold on a minute, Mike, hold on a minute. This is very important.
Okay.
Happy birthday, little man. Happy 6th birthday.
I already had my birthday.
I know. I missed it. I didn't get the invitation. I missed it. But I'm just saying happy birthday to you now.
Yes.
Happy belated birthday.
Happy belated birthday. I hope it was a great birthday.
Okay, Mike, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Thank you.
Hey, you want to see an expert do a video and a review on food? That little man right there. I tell you, it cracked me up.
Wait, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, he saw your video. Remember the food review video we did?
I saw it.
They saw it. They said,
wait. Wait. How did you see our mukbangs?
It's on YouTube.
It's on YouTube. We saw your mukbang.
Yep.
It was very good.
It watched you, man.
What I got here?
You gonna knock yourself out.
No, I'm not.
Too funny. Let's see. Do kitchen and grills in here.
They asked Joe Frazier one time, what was the hardest punch he ever took? And he said it was the one where I slapped myself in that TV commercial I did.
Did you?
All right.
Oh, man.
Is
Your
Keto
mama
M
knows.
working?
Hey, what's
Okay.
that?
Is Keto M working or
I don't know. It
Marie? Put that in again.
Nightbot. I don't know what's going on with Nightbot.
What was the name of that channel for the bakery? Person?
It is Keto Upgrade.
Yeah, Keto Upgrade.
Keto Upgrade. Okay, let me look that
Yeah.
up.
But see what? Look at the interview, Dustin, because she's somewhere. I want to say she's in Indiana.
Let me
Huh.
see.
Yeah, you got Zamboanga's in Atlanta, but you got the two people on the bottom row here. We in Atlanta too.
What about what do you know about? It's probably not chat friendly, but what do you know about the Claremont, Mike?
Oh, the Claremont Lounge. I've been in there.
I want to go so bad.
I've been in
I
there.
just like that kind of eclectic kind of thing, and I know it'd be like. So I know I saw Anthony Bourdain in there, and I saw like a bunch of
Yeah.
other people go in there. I want to go.
Yeah, the Alton Brown took
Uh-oh.
Anthony Bourdain in there.
Be careful. Charlie's here.
Yeah, Alton's a knave compared to Charlie. But I've been in there. I was in there for work. Believe it or not, I had to go in undercover in there before.
Bearded
We
Italians
went
in the house.
I was in Atlanta back in November for like 2 days. So, my wife had a nursing conference down there, down in Olympic Plaza.
Yeah.
And then it was like some kind of like whatever thing there where they had like a huge conference, like a big conference center. And I
Yeah.
drove around that, and like they put her up in some swanky hotel downtown. I can't think of what it was called now, but they didn't have a pool. I was pretty mad about that. But then we went to some brewery with some friends of mine who live down there now. And
Did you go to Sweetwater?
maybe it's like a big outdoor thing.
Yes, that's Sweetwater. That's up
Yeah.
on the
They're all,
northeast
like
side.
pretty outdoors though, but it's a lot of them out here.
Yeah, we got a ton of breweries. That's for dang sure.
This one was big, and it was like I don't know where I was. I just know like you're just driving through all these trees. You're like, it's beautiful here, you know. And then we left after being with them for like an hour or two. We left and we went to Hilton Head Island and stayed 2 days.
Yeah, she was. They
Thanks.
probably did the conference at the World Congress Center.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they got several hotels downtown that are great. You got the Hyatt Regency, and that's it's got the blue dome on top.
This one was around the corner from some pizza place that has like a wood fired oven. They made. I was doing like a 100-day carnivore challenge, so I just had water sitting there with all these people eating these like personal brick fire pizzas, and I'm like, this is bullshit.
Yeah.
But I stuck
that was
to
back
my
when you
guns
did
that
that?
day, man.
That was
I
back when
would have stayed in the brewery.
Oh man,
I just had
Oh,
water
wow.
there too, but
dang.
See, that's the hard thing. I mean, you go to these places and people say, "Well, what do you do for pizza?" I say, "I don't eat it. And I don't crave
I
it anymore."
will. I'll
You know,
eat
my-
pizza. Like 2 weeks ago, we went over to it's like I didn't realize it was local to us, but it's called Noble Romans, and it's like old school. Like it's the same as it was when I was in high school. You walk in, the nostalgia punches you in the face, and like they have like a little spot where you can walk up and watch them make the pizza and all that stuff. And I ordered we all got pizza that night, and I'll tell you, nothing brings my heartburn back than pizza. I can eat all the spicy food. I can eat like Carolina Reapers. My mouth will be on fire, but I won't have heartburn. But
the
like
dough.
pizza and breadsticks, oh, I'm dying.
Yeah,
I get heartburn from all of it.
See, that's the kicker right there, because I know that it's going to affect me. I could eat anything. I mean, like I said before, there's no cop telling me I can't have it or whatever. But I know the next day or that night, I'm going to suffer big time for it. So
I still do pizza. The kids do pizza, and then you got that weird way. You just got to just scrape off all the toppings, or bite it off, or pull the cheese and the toppings off. But I still, whenever I get pizza, I just scrape everything off and eat it that way.
I make pizza bowls, or I put it on. I've made them on egg life wrap, and I've made them on the low carb tortillas.
I go to the extreme. Okay, we tried making the cauliflower pizza, and all that stuff like that. And I looked at Maria and went, "Get the flour! I'm making pizza, damn it! And I don't care who knows it."
I want to try. to try one of the pizzas. I want to make it out of the chicken.
Can't you go?
Things.
Oh, there's
I
a place in
wanna do that.
Chicago that does that makes the sausage crust pizzas. I haven't tried it. I guess it's like
Yeah.
$30. I don't want to pay that.
Oh no, I ain't paying that.
Right,
No.
exactly. And that's my point. I mean, I grind up all my own meat. I make my own sausage and stuff like that. So I'll fix that up. I'll stuff it in peppers. It's just as good to me as, with the, because I know the next day I feel much better. So
I just made one with pepperoni, like the thick slice.
Yes, you did. And it looked great.
That came out amazing.
yeah.
I was sitting there. I'm like, okay. When you was talking about what you were going to do, I'm like, okay, I got to see this.
It's the only problem I had was how someone said to do the layering back, because I guess I did the layering in the middle and then out. I guess I should have did out and then in, so it kind of phototypes it. But that was the only problem. But it was just like doing it like a tortilla, like using a little thin tortilla shell or something. But it was pepperoni, and I'm definitely doing that again. It was so simple, so easy. You just lay it on top and pop it in the oven as soon as the cheese.
Just like the chaffles. When the first time I ever had a chaffle, I said, "Where has this been?"
Yeah.
I mean, it was.
Yeah.
You know what
Wouldn't
I
you
did?
like to have been the one that invented that?
Yeah, I made seafood chaffles. I took shrimp and scallops and some crab meat, and I put it up in my little blender, and I added that into the chaffle mix.
Okay.
And cooked that up. I mean, you're trying all different.
That egg is an excellent binder.
And
Yeah.
I wish I had stock in the Dash company.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah. Those little mini maker. Yeah, I know they blew up from a lot of people doing on the keto diet.
I've got all the round ones now. They've got square ones, and I want some of those. And I'm like addicted. I've got some Halloween ones to start using this year. I don't care.
It's crazy, right? I mean,
Oh, I'm under threat of homelessness if I bring one more appliance in the
The
house.
wife, man. Okay, so we go yard selling every Saturday morning because we do reselling and stuff. And I went to this one sale and I got a coffee French press for $4.
wow.
And I got my air fryer at a yard sale. It was a brand new, one of those Ninja Foodie ones that flips up, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like real long and wide, and it flips up on the countertop. They're like $200 at Costco. I got it for $20.
Oh yeah, that's the new one. The grilling one.
Yep.
Well, it's about this deep.
It's square shape, right?
And it's square and it flips up,
Yeah.
but they have one that's taller now too. And I'm like, I want that one, but I can't beat $20. I'm the only one that uses it. I'm the only one that cooks in the house.
Yeah.
I gotta look at some of these thrift places for things like that. Which, hey, we got the bearded Italian in the chat, and he said, I tried making pizza dough out of almond flour one day. He said, it's not good. No, it ain't good. I've tried that too.
Well, that's the thing. Is like the Rockstar Pizza, they use two different types of dough. They have their pizza dough, and then they have like their breadstick or their bread type dough, like the one they use on their sandwiches. Now, the bread that they use for like the breadsticks, I'll go in there and have them make my pizza out of that, and it tastes like a Totino's pizza. I mean, it's legitimate, amazing. They won't give me the recipe because I mean, I wouldn't give me the recipe either, probably. I mean, well, let's be real. I would give it out to everybody because I have a channel, but
you're just saying that.
well, I would because I'd want to make a video on him, like, look what I got. But I mean, they have a company that makes it for them, because otherwise they were getting there at like 4 a.m, 5 a.m. every day, making the dough for their pizzas and selling out before the end of the day. They couldn't keep up. And so they were only doing it so many days a week because they couldn't keep up. So then they found a company that could make it for them and ship it to them.
The when you said you didn't like the almond flour crust pizza or the coconut flour, did they use straight up like primarily based almond flour, or because on mine was primarily a fathead dough with the cheese.
Fathead dough works fine with that.
Add
almond
the flour,
yeah.
add the coconut flour to it, so it's
that worked way better. That worked way better. I'd use just straight up almond flour and straight up coconut flour.
Dry as hell.
Not worth a damn. It sucks so bad. That was early on. I threw that one in the garbage. I said, this ain't fit to eat.
My first pizza I ever made low carb was where like
Hey,
you
Johnny
just take
Small Pepper, how you
mozzarella
doing?
and throw it in the pan and let it melt down and get crispy. And then I
Mhm.
threw like some, using what I had in the house that day because we hadn't gone shopping or anything. But I remember it had tuna and olives on it, like green olives. And I was like, oh, this is no. I've come a long
What, a
way, but
pizza?
yeah, I mean, I didn't have anything else to put on the pizza, and I was hungry because I was trying to make that low carb transition. And
Yep.
man, that
See,
was brutal.
almond
But I
flour.
got through it.
Almond flour. I mean, they tell you, the doctor, cardiologist will tell you, handful of almonds. That's all you're allowed. So that comes out to about 20 almonds. Okay, so a half a cup of almond flour that you're going to use in a recipe is close to 90, between 90 and 99 almonds. That's what Google says anyway. All right, so that's way toxic for your system to put in.
Yeah.
Okay, so and then top it off with some coconut flour. Put them together, mix that up. I looked at my wife. I said, "Are you nuts? I ain't eating this junk." Man, it was horrible. And you see people going, "Isn't this good?" Jumping away on it. No, it tastes like crap. I'm not eating it. I'm not doing it. And then come to find out,
We got Johnny Small Pepper in there. In here.
yeah,
Now, you want to see a man eat some hot peppers? That man can eat some hot peppers. That man,
man.
my mouth burns just watching him eat them.
Yeah.
Is he like the guy? Because there's the guy on TikTok that eats the peppers and he dips them in sauce and he makes the really weird high pitched voice. And then he like
I don't think that's
cries.
Johnny.
I haven't seen him do the high pitched voice.
Johnny
It might be a different guy, but
Johnny will eat the hot peppers and he'll smoke a cigar.
Yeah.
Go, brother. You go, my man. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the transformation for me was I did keto before back in 2016. I lost 44 pounds on it and I felt great. But I went through that poor me situation. I'm a retired chef. I like to cook. You know, I got time on my hands now. I can do what I want and cook what I want. I miss my bread. I made bread every day. I made my own pizza dough a couple times a week. And like I said, I tell my wife, I'll get back on it again tomorrow. Don't worry about it. Sit down, have a couple slices of pizza, drink a bottle of wine, get on the scale the next morning like a fool. All right. But the thing that took the toll on me was the blood sugar and my heart. I was on more heart medication and didn't know, I'm eating healthy the whole bit. So then this time out, I gained the 44 plus back. So when I started this last year, I was 2 pounds away from 300 pounds. And I was taking, I was inches away from taking insulin. And I was on 4 or 5 different medications for type 2 diabetes and stuff like that. I said, something's got to change here. I'm not going to go out this way. You know what I mean? And you start thinking crazy. I broke my leg. I couldn't walk with a cane. And here I am, man. I tell you what, I'm so glad I did it. And that's why if I'm going to miss, I see people, well, you can make a cake or you can make this, that, and I don't need it. I'm good with it. Cause I know the after effects for me, I'm that.
I was I was hitting that 350 on the nose and now I'm at 40. So
yeah.
I hadn't been losing a bunch since that first year. I lost 100 pounds in the first year and 10 pounds since. And all those 10 pounds that came since Thanksgiving of last year. So I'll take it though. I mean, I'm not going to complain because all my numbers is good with the doctor, so I'm happy.
Yeah, and Shantae's was right there. I mean, you listen to his story. I mean, it sounds like me, and it sounds like the same thing with the doctors fighting the doctors.
Yeah.
They wouldn't listen to you.
What?
Don't go on that keto; it'll kill you.
I told you.
Okay.
Funny thing was, so I went to the doctor because I had a hiatal hernia.
Hey, Sheena.
And I just let it go and go and go for like 8 years, right? Don't do that. But I just let it go. And finally, wife talked me into going and, getting it checked out and, to start the process of getting surgery and going to the doctor, finding out that I was 421 pounds, right? That's like,
wow. How much?
You can't. 421 pounds.
Is that my weight? I think we were the exact same. Was that 421 or 427? I think I was
bent, but not broken. How you doing?
I don't know. Like, I don't even know if that's my biggest or not.
Yeah,
That's to be totally honest with you guys.
Is what
don't
you
know if that was
found
my
out.
biggest. That's when I found out.
Yeah.
But yeah, and so we started doing like low carb, but we didn't even know what low carb was. We started going to the grocery store, looking through everything, going, well, what's a carb? What's got carbs in it? We went through Walmart with a fine-tooth comb like twice, looking at everything because we just didn't know.
Yeah.
And because everything says granola is good for you and quinoa is good for you, and like you see, this shit's got carbs in it. So I started cutting it out, and then I started searching for low carb like soup recipes and stuff, and found the ketogenic, which at the time when I found this is like early 2016, mid 2016. It was mainly like recipes and such for like kids with
Epilepsy.
What is it called?
Epilepsy.
Epilepsy, right.
Yeah.
And there wasn't a lot out there for ketogenic as a lifestyle for weight loss. But then I found the two keto dudes, and I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with them or not, but their podcast was huge to me. I ended up starting keto. I think I'm in my 7th year now, whatever.
Wow.
2016 was like September 11th, 2016. And we just passed that 2022. So yeah.
Mhm.
Wow.
So when I got down, my lowest weight, I got down to 275. And then now I'm somewhere right around 300 pounds, kind of coming off the pandemic 50, 60, 70 pounds that was.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Oh, man,
How about
was the same? I for some reason I couldn't think of it, but yeah, I was exactly the same. 421.8, and I wasn't planning on going to the doctor. My wife made the appointment for me. I don't go to the doctor unless something's wrong type person, but she set up the physical and everything for me, and it was like, yeah, you're you're diabetic. I was like, what? How? I mean, I knew I was overweight, back hurting, walking certain places and things like that. But yeah, like right before I went to the doctor, it was like 2 guys that I didn't even know. Somehow the topic of keto came up, eating what they're eating, and he was like, he's like, I can eat everything here, I just can't have that cake. I was like, man, let's go get you a slice of cake. He was like, y'all, trust me, I can't eat the cake. And so, he started telling me about it. And when I went to the doctor, like a week later, the doctor was telling me what he wants me to start doing and everything. And I was like, that sounds just like doing a keto diet. Like, I'm going to try that. He's like, no, don't do that. That's a fad. Don't do that. It doesn't work. And I was like, I have to come back here every 3 months anyway. It's like, what's the point of trying it? And first month I lost 27 pounds, second month 15, third month 16. So when I went back after 3 months, I was down 57 pounds. All my numbers dropped. A1C dropped almost like 1.5 points. Blood pressure, cholesterol, everything dropped. And he was like, what are you doing? I was like, I told you I was going to try the keto diet. He was like, okay, well, whatever you're doing, keep going because it's working. Everything's working. And yeah, I dropped about the first 100. I think the first 100 was in like 7 months. And then the lowest I got down to was like 286. And since then, like I've been hovering around that point. But everybody, I don't track. A lot of people on the videos, they comment, what's the macros? But like once I figured out what you can and can't eat on it, I just stopped using Carb Manager and all that other type of stuff. I manage it myself. So but everybody's like, what's the numbers on this? I was like, I don't know. I know that this is a low carb vegetable. I know this doesn't have any carbs, and I know, I just put stuff together. So, but yeah, it definitely worked for me, helped me out. Little things like walking to the mailbox, my back would hurt, my lower back would hurt. Driving in a car, I get mad at my wife because she passed 3 or 4 parking spots that was closest to the front door. I'd be like, what do you do? You can park right there. I can't fit in that spot. You can fit in that spot. It's just I can play with my kids now, run around with them. Things like just being lazy, sitting on the couch, watch TV, video games, and nothing. But it's definitely helped me for the better in a lot of ways.
The sad part with me was that I listened to what the doctor told me. Okay. I was living in Florida. I had actually started getting heart palpitations. Well, you got to go in. So we need to check. They went up, and in through my leg and did the catheterization, And at 35% blockage, 35, they put a small stent in and put me on this medication. Well, now I'm on this medication now for life. I can't get off it. But being that it was only 35% blockage, normally they don't do anything until 60%, and then they'll go in and they'll open it up from there. He said, well, while we were there, because you're a fat guy, he didn't say fat guy, but because of your size, we think that it's going to blow up at any time. And so that's why we put it in now, more preventative. Okay. And I go along. You listen to the doctor, but you know what they had to say. So now, going back for now, I started getting heart palpitations. Well, they wanted to go in and say, you know what, we're going to do an ablation on your heart and this and that. And thank God I had the electrophysiology, cardiology come in. And he said, no, I think you got problems breathing. He said, I think maybe you should go for sleep apnea. So now I'm chasing my tail. Okay. Type 2 diabetes. I had cancer. And from the treatment, that gave me type 2 diabetes because it screwed with my liver. All right. So now I'm chasing medication after medication after medication. I'm going around in a circle. Now I got to get a CPAP. I look like I'm going up up to Saturn. But once I started losing weight and sort of listened to the endocrinologist and to them tell me about what I should and shouldn't eat. So I'm in the hospital. They come in, they check my blood sugar, and they give me a shot of insulin. Then they come around with the cart. Oh, here we got diabetic ice cream for you. What are you talking about? Okay. Well, I slap it down, some graham crackers, the whole bit. Okay. They come back in 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. Boop, another shot of insulin. Come to find out, I'm insulin resistant. Not supposed to be getting insulin. So I would just kept going. So I said, you know what? I've had enough of these people. And I went into keto, and I went in pretty hard. But what I did was I had the mindset where, you know what? This ain't bad. First couple of weeks, I lost 16 pounds. All right. And it just started progressing. So right now I'm at a total of 54 pounds, but my clothes are fitting. I got a 1980 suit hanging up in the closet. I can't wait to put on.
I'm the back because I have a suit hanging in my closet. It's too big.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, I had jackets that looked like circus tents. You know what I mean?
Is this one of those leisure suits?
Those executive cut suits.
Yeah, staying alive. But the point was, if I didn't take it by myself and look into it and see what I was doing, like you said before about the macro, I don't count none of that stuff. You know what I mean? I'll have spinach with some heavy cream and butter and a steak or pork or whatever. And people, you shouldn't have pork in that. Leave me alone. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. I'm the one who lost the weight. Nobody else.
When I first
that's the one thing. That's one of my pet peeves. When someone says, "I don't like that. I can't eat that." Like, okay, like
Yeah,
I don't like lobster or seafood, any of that. But I don't know. Like I watch YouTube. I mean, YouTube or the Cooking Network or something. I'll see making shrimp meal. First thing I'm thinking of is how I can swap that around for something I like. It doesn't bother me, but
I'm doing the same thing.
Yeah.
I mean, my wife said, she'll say something when I'll have it on and she'll say, you're already thinking of some way of making that work for us, aren't you? And I said, yep.
and see, that's the difference between, I mean, not really that different, but each one of us have a different way of approaching it. Okay. No matter what the approach is, it's working. Yeah. I mean, what Mike does works for him. What I do works for me. What you do, Shante, it works for you. Dustin does the same thing. I mean, and it's how you set your mind, your mind to it. And it's not hard. The people that make it hard is, I don't see it. I mean, I don't understand why. You got to want to do it. That's basically.
I think the problem is the people that go into this thinking that it's going to be until I get to my goal weight, and then I'm going to go back to doing what I was doing, and it's going to be different this time.
Yeah.
Nope. It'll be different. It'll be the same.
Mike
and obviously there's going to be people who go into this, try to do this lifestyle, and they make the mistake of conforming to what everybody else does, and they're not making it fit them, because that's what I had to do. I had to make it fit me, because if it doesn't fit me, I'm not going to do it. Like, I can't do the tracking all the time. It's going to drive me nuts. I'm not going to stick with it. So I figured out what I need to do for me. So, I go as low as carb as possible. I eat meat and eggs
What do you?
whatever.
What,
I'm good.
how many carbs do you think you do a day, Dustin?
Most days I try to go 0. Whatever's in the
cool.
eggs, whatever's in the butter, whatever's in
Cool.
the residuals. But some
Yeah.
days I go and have some hot dogs and I wrap them up with some low carb wraps or whatever, and that's out the window.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at, it's like either feast or famine with me. Either I'm going as low as possible or I'm not really looking at it at all.
Yeah. And you feel the difference in it, right? I mean,
Oh, I feel the difference hardcore. Yeah.
yeah. See, that's what I try to explain to people. I have a friend of mine who actually on YouTube here, and he's trying out. He's a good sized guy and everything like that. But the same token, the mindset of almost like Weight Watchers. Okay, you give you the scale, give you the pamphlet. Here's what you got to do. 16 ounces. It doesn't pertain to what we're doing. I told him cut everything in half. Don't go jumping off a bridge. Going to go keto. Start cutting stuff in half and do it that way. Gradually, until you start feeling comfortable with it, and then
Right.
then move on from there. But I mean, I know people that just my daughter started it and goes 0 right off the bat. 0. No, don't do that. It's not gonna work for you. You're not gonna happen.
Someone like me, I have, food addiction problems. So going into this lifestyle, knowing that if I don't eat enough, I'm going to go try to find something else, and not being able to, someone who can't find satiety in normal food, right? So if I'm eating whatever it is, like whatever normal American food, I'm not going to find satiety. Keto, after a while, I finally found satiety, but in the interim, I found that like, okay, I need to eat as much as I can until I'm not hungry anymore.
Yep.
And then I'm okay. But then like, if I do get hungry, then it's like boiled eggs but not like normal hard boiled eggs. Cause I don't like the hard yolk. I'll go with like 6, 7, 8 minute eggs to where there's like creamy in the middle or whatever, You got to find what works for you. Like string cheese and pepperoni. I ate so much string cheese and pepperoni dipped in like sriracha and mustard. Like just getting through, like I would take that and sit with that at work because I had a sit down office job, and I would just make sure I'd take my lunch meat, and it wasn't the cleanest, but it was not me. It wasn't me going to the vending machine and getting Cheetos and pretzels and whatever, because what really hit home for me that this was going to be an all the time forever lifestyle was sitting at work 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, wide awake, not foggy, and not half falling asleep.
Yeah.
Being like, wait,
the
I'm wide
clarity is
awake,
like
I'm alert. Like I'm actually feel like I'm like, I didn't know, I feel like I was on a drug. Like, did you guys get that? Like when that first hit you and that brain fog clears, you're just like,
Yep.
Wait, what's happening?
Yep.
What's happening? This is weird.
Yep.
I remember stuff from 1978. And what I tell my wife is, like I said, I cook for a living, so I got to buy a lot. Okay, when I cook, I got to make a lot, and we would sit down and we would eat a lot. Okay, now I look at her and I say, "Hold, we split a half a chicken breast. I'll slice it so thin you can read the New York Times through it. Okay, and there's leftover." From
I still eat a lot now, but I just eat a lot of what I know is good for me.
Yeah, that sort of cut back on me. When I'm telling you we eat a lot, I mean a lot.
Well, when I first started, I was counting everything. I was counting it all, and I said, after about 2 or 3 months of doing that, I'm like, damn, this is too much like work.
I didn't even make it 2 days. I just couldn't like that. My fitness pal, like scanning everything and like, no, I'm not doing this. Like, okay, I've got to like, if this is going to work for me and this is going to be sustainable for me, I have to make it work for me. It's like what I tell my kids, you can't work only like, okay, so you know your weaknesses and you know your strengths. So you can't always play up to just your strengths. You have to play up to your weakness as well. So like if you have trouble finding your keys and wallet in the morning, you have to work at putting your keys and wallet in the same place every time. So you know that if your mind is gone and you can't find your keys and wallet, they're going to be where they should be.
Yep.
You have to play to your weaknesses more so than your strengths. And I think people forget that or don't even think about it. But that's one thing, like I go and I buy meat. I get eggs. Like I usually have 10 dozen eggs in the fridge, and there's my wife and I most of the time living here.
Mm-hmm.
Still 10
Yeah,
dozen
I do
eggs.
something.
Well,
Yeah.
I stopped. One day I just came to the realization. I said, I'm done with this. I'm not doing it. I was counting the spices, the garlic, everything. I said, I'm done with this. The cauliflower, the broccoli, the Brussels sprouts, all of that, the spices, that ain't what made me fat. Why am I counting this?
Yeah.
It was the
Yeah.
half gallon of ice cream every 2 days that made me fat.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the half package of Oreos every night because, well, I worked real hard today and I deserve it.
I
Yeah.
can't hear no more.
I went to the doctor I was going to at Kaiser. They told me, he said, he's the one that told me to start keto, which my daughter had done it and she had great success with it, lost about 100 pounds, if I remember right. But anyway, she got off of it because she was only her in the house and it just didn't work with just her. And so he said, you ought to try that. And I said, okay, I think I will. So I did. He said, there's a lot of doctors here in the building that do it. Well, I went on it and then I had to change doctors when I went on Medicare because Kaiser and the state, which I had through my retirement with them, I had my insurance and they didn't have a Kaiser plan for Medicare. So I went with the other one. And so I changed doctors and he went in and I'd gone there before I went to Kaiser. And he said, wow, since the last time you were here, you've lost over 100 pounds. And I said, sure have. And he goes, well, how'd you do it? I said, keto. He goes, well, that's great, but it's not sustainable. And I said, really? And he goes, yeah. I said, well, I've been doing it for over 3 years now. So when is this unsustainability going to kick in?
Yeah, exactly. Everybody falls off the wagon or whatever, you have what you want, this and that. At this stage of it, all of us are pretty much past that. We're going to go back and binge or whatever like that.
Yeah.
With anything. Okay.
Right.
But I mean, just to have something in a social area and whatever, it's okay. But we know the commonalities of what don't do this and don't do that. But I don't preach it to nobody. I have a lady here living here. I seen your videos and I see that you're on doing a keto and this and that. And I told her what, how I started it and what I did and everything. I seen her a couple of weeks later. She walked past me. Wouldn't even look at me. Nothing by the mailbox. So is there something wrong? Oh, that didn't work for me. Okay. Sorry, but
Well, that's my favorite thing is like it didn't work for me. How long did you give it? 48 hours.
Yeah, like a week or so.
How many? Okay, so this is something you probably have all experienced. You have someone that's maybe an acquaintance or somebody that's in your life or whatever that hits you up and goes, I really see you're having all this success. What is it you're doing? And then me being me, I go in this in-depth thing like, this is what I'm doing. Here's how you can get started. And they're like, yeah, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
That's why I tell people, it's mind power, willpower. That's the main thing. If you can get past, I want bread, just don't eat it. Like my mom, when she started doing it, my mom's a sugar fiend, sugarholic. Just the first thing she said was, okay, so I know I tell everybody that's like, just
Lance,
keep it
how you
simple. Meat, any type of meat you want, and low carb veggies. Look up what a low carb vegetable is, and some sort of healthy fat. Just those three things primarily. The first thing you want to know is, so what kind of sweets can I have? I was like, don't worry about that. Just each day she's asking me, what kind of sweets can I get? I was like, don't worry. Just first off, go like a week or so without doing that, and just get to the mindset of eating these type of things so that you know what you can and can't eat. And so like once she got the hang of it, then she was good to go. But her mentality was, okay, so can I buy these? She's calling me every day. Can I buy these sugar-free Russell Stover, whatever they call sweets? I was like, no. You can, but I know you're going to go crazy with them. You're not going to eat.
You're going to be hanging out with John all night.
Yeah. Yes.
My wife still has me buy those. She still has me buy the Russell Stover. She loves those Russell Stover toffees, and she likes the Jelly Bellies or the not Jelly Belly, but the Albanese sugar-free gummy bears. She knows what they're going to do to her. She knows.
Yeah.
She's like, I just had 6 gummy bears, and I'm like, well, I'll see you in an hour. I'm like, I can have like we did a review on some of those, and I had one of the Russell Stover like peanut M&Ms and a tiny sliver of the of one of the toffees, and I was up all night.
Now,
No, I'm not. I mean, I'm willing. I would rather go and have a full carb pizza than eat that stuff.
Yeah, I around Christmas time. In fact, I did a video on it. I made chocolate chaffles, okay, and I made some heavy whipping cream from scratch, everything with cocoa powder in it, and I put a little bit of not stevia but monk fruit. Put the monk fruit in there, and some of the berries on top and everything like that. Not craving it, but I started that poor meal. It's Christmas time. I kind of haven't. We made it. I felt so crappy just from the thought of the monk fruit, whatever. Because no matter how you eat it up, it's a substitute, but it's still sugar. It's still some kind of form of sugar, you know.
Yep.
And that was my downfall right there. I mean, whatever gains I had, I gained like 10, 15 pounds until New Year's.
You know what's funny? So I was at Walmart the other day to pick up some things, and I went ahead and I did a filming of some of like the Russell Stover and like the sugar-free Hershey's and all those that are like most of those have this marketing campaign now where they're like aspartame free. I'm like, that's not what I'm worried about, man. Like aspartame is not what I'm worried about. It's the maltitol that I'm worried. Or like they'll be like, oh, now we use stevia and
yeah. Stevia will be the last thing on the ingredient list.
The hidden language that they put up, you know.
May cause a laxative effect. Will cause.
Will cause. Well, I'm sure y'all have had this with friends. I've had friends that say, "Oh, well, I tried keto, but there's no keto food in my grocery store that I go to." And I said, "Really? Your grocery store doesn't have a meat department or a produce department?" And they go, "Well, yeah, they got that." I said, "That's keto food."
I had one guy tell me. I had one guy tell me, stay away from salami and pepperoni and stuff like that because there's added sugar in it. I said, oh, okay. Like I'm going to eat 50 pounds of freaking salami. That's going to affect my blood sugar.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You're not the boss of me.
I didn't hear what he said.
I'm going to go eat it just now for spite.
You said that. I'm like, you're not the boss of me. I used to go and get so when we first started, I would go and get the turkey pastrami because it was cheap. It was like $4 a pound. Now it's dirty. It's not clean keto by any means, but I could just sit there and eat it while I watch TV. You know, I mean, you got to find what works.
Exactly.
Or the other thing is, well, you're taking in a lot of sodium, a lot of salt. What are you talking about? Okay,
7,000 to 8,000 milligrams a day is what you need.
Yeah, I said from the doctor's perspective that when he took me off my blood pressure pills, ask him why. You know, I mean, I'm telling you, all the blood numbers were like that. I was like, I looked like a Cheshire cat leaving the office, grinning from ear to ear, because it was like I told him, say.
Well, the funny thing is back when I was going to the doctor to have my hernia looked at and get that all squared away, my general practitioner, we were in the room with him and he's talking to me about stuff. I'm having some moles removed and stuff like the skin tags. And he was like, well, if you want to lose weight, you've got to get in ketosis. And I'm like, what does that even mean, man? Like, I don't even know what you're talking about. And like, he didn't elaborate. And the funny thing is I went back a few years later because I stopped seeing him. And I went back a few years later with my grandma because my grandma, that was her general practitioner as well. And I lost like 120 pounds or whatever at that time. And I'm telling him, I'm like, oh, you gave me the advice of being ketosis and I lost 120 pounds and da-da-da-da-da. And he's like, what? He's like this close to retiring, but so I don't think he was all there anymore, but you know.
See, type 2 diabetic, and you start talking, you get the words confused, you know, ketosis or ketoacidosis.
Oh, yeah, that's what most people get freaked out about.
Okay. What? So, I mean, not knowing the difference with it. So,
he's old enough now where he might tell you you're pregnant when you go in.
Well, he's retired now.
Yeah.
I think he retired and my grandma had to find somebody new. Now my grandma's gone, but
It's amazing how many years we went through that stuff about. I lost a lot of good friends because high fat was no good. Oh, you eat too much fat. Oh, you eat too much fat. Well, I cook for a living, for crying out loud. Number one. Number two, that's what I cook with. Okay. I had a guy who went on back in the day. Atkins was considered you were a lunatic if you did the Atkins diet.
I remember
okay?
that.
Yeah. And then the way they went with it was pasta and bread. That's when Olive Garden started.
Hey, Lance. Hey, Jaden.
All the breadsticks you can eat, all the pasta you can eat on a certain day. This guy used to jog every day. Okay. The only time I would jog is if the bread truck went past my house and he didn't stop. That's the only time I would go running.
You know what, Tom? I'll tell you, I'm upset, right? So you live in Las Vegas. You've got that Heart Attack Grill. It's what, downtown Las Vegas, down on Fremont?
Yeah.
I'm so mad I never got to go to one of those before I got under 350 pounds.
Wow.
Because you can eat for
go
free.
There and get one
to eat for free.
Yeah.
If you don't eat the bun, I mean, you'll be all right.
Oh, yeah. Well, the beef tallow fries, or I think they're lard fries. They cooked them in lard. Like, oh, that sounds so good.
Yeah.
Speaking of
I've
lard,
been to Vegas since 2015.
If y'all haven't seen it, go watch Dustin's video where he cooks Butter Bob Briggs's chicken. He does in Butter Bob Briggs. He doesn't make videos anymore, but
I wish he did. He was so cool.
He was the best. I love Butter Bob. He wrote a book. Butter Made My Pants Fall Off.
Oh yeah, the website. I think it's still active. Butter Make My Pants Fall Off. Yeah. Butter Bob, like I remember there was a guy that I worked with, and he would be like, "Oh, you got to watch Butter Bob. Oh, you got to watch Butter Bob." I'm like, "Who the hell is Butter Bob?" And then I finally started watching Butter Bob, and he was like, I got into him, and like he went and did like his CAC test and all that stuff, and it came back not so great, and he was like kind of upset about it. And then he stopped making videos, so I thought it was because of that, but I guess it was because of like comments and responses he was getting from people on YouTube. Yeah. But I mean, he had to be making some kind of good income. He was getting a lot of views, like millions of views.
He still gets a ton of views.
Yeah, he's still got to be getting some kind of residuals of of money from YouTube.
Yeah,
as long as he's keeping the 4,000 hours every month or every year.
Right. I mean, he man, but he cooks. He makes chicken thighs and lard, and
that's why I don't make them any other way.
Right, and yeah, Dustin makes them, and man, those chicken thighs look so good.
Oh, they're like, if I know my wife's had a long week. Well, she's a nurse. So when she comes, like tonight, she's coming off of 3 nights or 3 days being a nurse. So she's coming up tonight. As of late, she hasn't been having me make dinner for her because she's eating lunch late, but she doesn't want to eat before going to bed. But usually me making chicken thighs, skin on, deep fried and lard is she's coming home. I'm like, here, babe, eat this. That's like, here, babe, in a better mood, please.
Yeah,
don't kill me.
It's her version of a Snickers. No.
Oh, she's like, oh, thanks, babe. She's like, we eats like 3 pieces of it. Oh, it's so good. I still need to film a video, and I'm not very good at it, and it'll come across on the video, but I need to film I have a video of me doing it cold, which I don't recommend, but breaking apart a Costco chicken. But don't break apart a chicken cold.
No. What do you mean, like deboning it?
Yeah, like, well, so what I had a rotisserie chicken that I had put in the fridge because I didn't get to making the video. So the next day I went to make the video, pull it out of the fridge, and I started pulling it apart, and it's difficult to pull it apart. Like if you do it when it's lukewarm, like if you've let it not be scalding hot, like when you buy it from the store, everything just comes right off.
It just peels right off of it.
Oh, yeah. Do it cold, you're fighting it the whole way. Yep. So I've got a video, and I'm like fighting it the whole way. I'm editing it now, and I'm like, I got to make another video where I'm doing it to like show you the difference. Like there's this one, and here's doing it warm. You know what I mean? Because I got 2 torn apart in the time it took me to do 1.
I think the only way to actually do. I've never really tried to do it warm when I do, because like rotisserie chicken or something. When I make tuna salad chicken salad, or just taking all the meat off the bone to make tacos or something with, I always do it right out the refrigerator, like just I'll be working at it, and but I'll try it warmer next time. I know that
You
now.
got to
That you say
Scrooge
it,
McDuck it, man. Scrooge McDuck it.
just
Works smarter, not
pulling off
harder.
the meat or the
Oh,
little
dude, it's so
bones
much
that
better
are,
warm.
yeah.
So I get
Pretty
home from
sure that will.
Costco. I set them on the counter, go and do what I got to do for the day,
Oh,
and
you
then
do
go
it
back about
immediately.
an hour later.
Yep. Just let them get to
Okay.
about room, just not quite room temperature.
Yeah, so they're just
Okay.
lukewarm.
Yeah.
Because once all that fat's gelled and solidified on the bottom, it's too late.
Yep.
It's
Just
just
freeze
so
them.
you're working against it.
Yep. As long as you can touch it, the moment you can touch it comfortably, that's the time.
Because you can take them home and go do some errands and come home, and they're still too hot to eat inside. You're like, what is? I don't know. They got some
Yeah.
voodoo
How do
magic.
they
in
do
there.
that? How do they keep it hot that long?
I don't know, but I like it.
The bag,
And they're
the little
$5.
bag.
Well, I see all the videos too. There's a YouTube video, a couple of them out there telling you shouldn't eat the Costco rotisserie chickens because they've got this and this. And I'm like,
Yeah,
man, those are
I just saw
$5,
that.
and I didn't have to cook
Yeah.
it.
And they're huge.
Well, I'm
Yeah,
gonna jump off
they're
here,
big.
everybody. My wife is calling me. She's on her way home from work. You guys have a good night, everybody.
Take care. Appreciate you coming up, man.
Oh, for sure. Next time, let me know what's going on.
All righty. So yeah, that chicken, that's the biggest dang chicken I ever saw in my life.
Yeah, they are huge. They are they're pretty big.
I mean, they're the size of a duck. I mean, a goose. I've seen geese, whatever. That
I seen
weren't
one
that
video.
big.
What it was? It was like it was a video. It was like the chicken. It looked like they took pretty much all the bones out of it. It was just like it was a raw chicken, but it looked like it was dehydrated all thin, and then they stuck some tube in it, and it just plumped up the whole bird. I don't know, water, salt mixture. I don't know, but the whole bird was just in there swollen, and then they just went to the next one. I have no clue. It was just a random online video with no words, and then just some random music playing. And they just showed them stick a tube in it, plump it up, and go to the next one. But it's like then then the comments come through. That's steroids. That's this. That's that. I'm like, it could be a water salt solution to help process it or to help it last to get to wherever it's going. I don't know, but
Could be. I don't know.
Loving,
It was good.
loving keto. Ron's weight loss journeys here.
Oh man, yeah.
Bearded Italian still in. Sheena's
Love
here. Hey,
Ron.
Sheena.
You know, we got some great stuff
you about to eat?
here.
Okay.
So
All right, guys, I'm about to get out here also because I think it's time for the kids to eat dinner.
Okay.
no problem.
Wrap
Hey,
it
man,
up.
No worries.
Appreciate you jumping in. We do this every Wednesday. One
Yep.
week Mike does it. Next week I do it.
I
You know what I
just kept missing it. I just was randomly doing something. At first, I thought it was on Thursdays actually. So I was coming in on Thursday. I was like, a replay. I was like, wow, okay, I missed missed it again.
We try to keep it light. I mean, you try to keep it to where it's not so like it's hard to do. I mean, trying to build up our channels and stuff like that. But even with your stuff on there, it's very easy. I watch you all the time, and that when I first connected with you, watching between me, Mike, you, and I think I was watching a couple other people doing keto, and I said, laid back. I mean, that's the way I want to do it. I'm going to be able to be laid back with it, and not make it a job.
Definitely. Yeah, I don't try to. I mean, because when I first started doing it, I was like, no, I randomly just got into doing it. Like I was talking to my wife's sister on the phone, and I was cooking dinner, and I just was like, I'm tired of holding the phone, so I just angled the phone down on this. But then I was like, you're gonna be staring at me the whole time, so I flipped it around and started angling towards the food. Then when I was done cooking, I was like, wow, I cooked the whole meal on here, and I was like, I could have put that on Instagram or Facebook or something like that. So she was like, do it again. I was like, I'm eating it now. She's like, recook it. So the next meal I made, I just randomly decided to put it on there, and I was like, huh, okay. And I just kept slowly doing it, and then from there, just I was like, okay, this is pretty cool. And then you start getting comments on them, and I'm like, okay, talking to each person. But yeah, like you were saying, I just I keep it simple. Everything what we do is stuff that we cook and eat in the house, and it's basic, laid back. I'm not trying to impress anything or anybody with what we do. Is just the basic food and trying to help anybody who wants to learn more about that lifestyle. Because like when I started, everything that I found out was pretty much me researching and doing it online
That's right.
and finding information. And then some people come up to you asking 1,000. I'm like, I was like, I don't have the answer to that. I'm sorry. I just got to tell you what I know. But
what
you get
worked
the
for
random comment of thank you. I watched this. This was great. Or I lost. One person told me they lost 70 pounds watching. I was like, watching my videos.
Hey, I like the woman that come up there and recognize you. I love that video.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Shoot, I know a celebrity.
If all goes well, you're gonna see me there Sunday.
I didn't believe her. I didn't have her. She's like, no, I promise. If my husband watches the videos, he keeps telling me to come in to make this or cook this, and he's like, it's you. You're the person. I was like, okay.
It's amazing. I got to connect with you too. I'm gonna get some seasonings off you also.
Well,
thank you. Yeah, I just finished because I might go to this market tomorrow. That's in Powder Springs. It's a lot smaller than the one in Smyrna on Sundays. But yeah, I'll be there on Sunday. Got my TV up watching football, and
you got stickers and everything.
Yeah, I got some stickers. Mm-hmm.
Okay, because what I'm doing is I'm starting the Keto Wall of Fame.
Yeah, I got some. Let me see where I got one. Let me see.
I gotta get something made.
I'll send you the link from where I got. Let me see.
I got a place for you too. Give you $10 off, and we'll get $10, and it just keeps on going that way.
See, I want to. If all goes well, the weather cooperates, and there ain't nothing going on.
I went to a few different places, but this one was a Zug Monster. I don't know if you can see that.
Okay.
Yeah, they laminated,
beautiful,
and these were like $19 for 50 or 75.
Wow!
And
I got ripped
I
off.
ordered them twice. Yeah. Like these are these are like glossy, and then these were plain. Both of these were like they always have different deals and sales on there. But each time I think whatever I ordered 50 or 75 of them, they always gave me about 10 or 15 extra ones each time. But yeah, this was a Zug. But once you go to one website, and they're going to just keep popping up on your thing, and different promotions and different companies are going to start just randomly sending ads to you on your Instagram or Facebook or wherever you at. But yeah, this one was pretty, and they came pretty quickly. About after I ordered them, I think they came in like a week or two.
Oh, wow, that's cool. You know what I like right now? I mean, I have a pretty good following with people that are sub to me in the barbecue world. Okay, and the best thing is that you hear most of them talking right now, and then they're looking to do a little bit of keto. You know what I mean? Trying this and trying that. So I mean, food is food. No matter how you add it up, it's what you put into it. You know that's going to help you. So.
If I'm not doing YouTube, I'm on. If I'm not on YouTube, I'm on Food Network, just watching people cook.
Yep, exactly.
We got Matt from Keto World Order. Hey, Matt.
That's got a great channel too.
Yes, he does. Have you checked his stuff out, Shante?
Keto World Order.
Yeah, and he's also got Matt Troy's Keto and Wrestling.
Matt does a lot of shorts.
Yeah,
I have to. You said Keto Wrestling?
Keto and Wrestling. He's a big wrestling fan also.
Please don't let me get my trunks
doing
out.
Keto stuff on doing the shorts now.
I got a caveman outfit. I don't.
I be seeing. I gotta look at the front page because a lot of them I be seeing. I more visual. I'll if I see the logo or see the front, I'll know who it is. But off the top of my head, it's not ringing a bell. But I'm about to look.
What I hate about YouTube is they won't notify you about the shorts. They'll notify you about the others unless they take off notifications, which they've been doing a lot to me lately. But
Mike,
all my stuff has been going down. Like everything has been going slow. Like everything is dropping, and
that's ridiculous.
I'm like, some people are telling me that they're not getting notifications anymore. And
I went through a spell with yours. I didn't get them, and
I don't know.
And I had
to turn them off and turn them back on, or I don't know.
Right. Well, that's it. That's the only way I'll realize. I'll say, I hadn't seen nothing from them in a while, and I'll go to the channel and I'll say, wow, they got a bunch of stuff they put out, not one notification. And I look over at the bell, it's not turned on, and I'll say, well, why I didn't turn this bell off, And so I turn it back on, and I start getting them again.
602 North is here.
Now that's a guy. RJ RJ's down from like
Oh.
260 to less than 220 now, doing keto at 602 North. He's doing great.
Yeah. Well, I think Shantae's got to go with the family
Yeah.
to eat.
Go
Yeah,
eat.
they
Go
about to
eat.
eat.
I'm gonna have to do that shortly.
All right,
myself.
guys. Good to talk to you guys.
Tell the missus I said hello and give the little ones a hug from me.
Yes.
You know,
fun-
see you
this
around
is
the
fun.
campus,
She
buddy.
didn't want to come. She was. She didn't want to be on camera.
No big
You want to say
deal.
hello? Go say hello. Just say hello. That's all you gotta do is just say hello. You do that from the distance.
Hello.
Hi.
How you doing?
Like, oh, hi. Who you thought it was? You thought it was like a large group?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
All
we're
right,
just-
guys.
Okay,
Thanks, guys.
Shante,
It's
thank
great
you, buddy. I
meeting
appreciate it.
No
Appreciate
problem.
He's a great guy. Great guy.
That's
So laid back with things. I mean, just
Oh,
we do this, we did it. I mean, even with you watch him with his children. I mean, they'll eat and stuff. But they know so much about from watching him and his wife do the videos. You know what I mean? Really good. Really good. So where we stand here? We got 13 in. That's pretty cool. Loving keto, Ron's weight journey. I don't think I know Ron.
From a size 4X shirt to I think he said he's in a medium now.
I have to check Ron out.
Man, he made some bread, some pumpkin bread today. That and his dough was real moist looking, and usually with the keto dough, it's like not moist looking, and it turned out great. I think that was today. I'm pretty sure that it went up.
Hold on a minute. Let me get out of there. Okay, Ron, I just hit you up there, buddy. I will be watching. I need to take no dose during the day so I can watch some videos.
Man, I'm telling you, I got so many that I like watching. Yeah, he said it was. Yeah, okay.
Pretty cool. So what's on the agenda, Mike? What's going on?
Well, about 3, maybe 4 times in the last month, I would have gotten something to cook and was going to do a video of it. And I'll cook it up, and we're sitting there eating it, and I'm like, son of a, I didn't video it.
I just did one tonight. Okay, like I said, went to the market early. I I did the whole thing on the phone, just as at a whim like that, you know. And I don't know about you, but like I said, I only eat one time a day. So I'll have, when I say one time a day, in that time frame, I'll have some scrambled eggs, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then after I cut it off a certain time. But I mean, usually we make one big meal, have scrambled eggs around 12 or 1, and then we eat about 3 or 4, and then I'm done. I might have a little lettuce or celery at, before 7 or whatever. That's what I eat. But I'm sitting there cooking, and Marie says to me, "Aren't you going to film that?" I was going to take a break today, but here I was right back into it again.
Cooking with that town too. It was my pleasure, man. I loved having you up here. I want to do it again. So I for the most part, I eat within a window too, and I really eat one meal a day, but I also do like you, where I'll have something before the meal, just a little small something, then I'll eat the meal, and then I'll maybe have some little small snack later, or if I'd have anything.
You know what happens to me, Mike? All of a sudden my blood sugar drops if I don't eat. I mean, I'll have my coffee in the morning with the heavy cream, so you can count that as a meal, whatever. I don't. I just need my coffee. I don't care how you give it to me. You know what I mean?
They'll say, "Oh well, you broke a fast, so it counts." I'm like, I didn't eat anything, so I ain't counting it. So
you can't break something if you're not involved in it. You know what I mean?
Exactly. I wasn't intending for it to be a fast. I call it a fast from food. I didn't take any kind of nutrition in, so there, take that.
Hey Dustin, thanks for coming up. I really appreciate it.
This was a lot
do.
of fun, man.
You guys are awesome.
I can't be on late tonight. I gotta go I'm whooped. That's been a
Whenever you want to drop it, I'm fine with you with
About-
that, Mike. I have no
from a
problem.
2 hour mark. Because I want to go in and spend time with Paige before it's bedtime,
Yeah,
and I
no
haven't
problem.
eaten yet either. I'm gonna get something to eat. I made a and I'm gonna do a short on it, but I called it Twisted Taco Chili Dogs.
Whoa, whoa, twisted.
I
Yeah, there
was
you go.
inspired by the Twisted Taco video for the Last Chance Cook Off that Chef did.
Yeah.
That's where
Yeah.
I got my inspiration for it.
Yeah, that was a ton. He did. He did a really good job on that.
It was, man, it
Yeah.
was so good.
Do it. Shante just said if you don't record it, just take pictures of it and put it together as a short.
Yeah, yeah, I ought to. Sometimes it's like, well, one of them was that pizza bowl that I made where it's just a short. I'm in the middle of eating it and I'm like, well, just damn.
Hey, how'd your short do today? Is it still going?
No, it's kind of leveled out. It's at 5,100.
That's a nice level.
Yeah,
That's a nice level.
yeah.
I'm gonna. I take a break from it because I get frustrated. I put a couple up and I got 3. And I took them down. I said I'll sacrifice three views, but I mean I don't know what to do. I mean as far as just a whim to do something. I got now. Today I put the one up at the tri-tip. Now Friday's video is going to be about the tri-tip, but I sliced it on a slicer and we made like roast beef sandwiches on.
Oh yeah. Oh, that
almost
was
like
great.
almost like from Jersey Mike's. So that's coming up on Friday, and then and be whatever. I'm just. But we ate on that tri-tip, Mike, 3 times. Because I made the gravy.
Well, that's a huge tri-tip too.
I made the gravy and stuff like that. So I had a hot open gravy. You know what I mean? With that and the salad.
Yeah. I watched it. I'm gonna go back and watch it again because I want to see how you made that gravy again. I want to watch it again.
The key to making the gravy is the avocado. When you put the avocado in, you got to blend it in with it and let it sit.
Okay.
Put it back into the pan again. Bring it up to a slow simmer. Actually, that one I had to use a half of an avocado. Wow. Normally, I just use a half of a half.
Right.
This one I had to use the other half and put it in, and it'll thicken up.
Man.
By that night after we had eaten and I filmed everything, by that night it was very, very thick. So it came out good. But I got to be careful because it'll come out like a slushy. You know what I mean? Really, really
well,
tough.
I heard you say on there, you got to watch out or something to the effect, don't burn your cream, don't scald your cream.
Yeah.
And boy, there ain't never been a truer statement made than that. All that will be gone.
We used to make gallons of it, and just before we get ready to serve dinner, and the guy cooking, he told his guy, "Don't stop stirring, keep stirring it." Okay, yeah, keep stirring. Mm-hmm. He turned away, come back, boom, ruined the whole thing.
It takes a second. It's like with it'll be coming out in the next day or so. I made cream spinach, and I got a fresh spoon out to taste it. I'd already tasted it, and I got another spoon out and tasted it again. And I said, "Yes, I got a clean spoon." It tasted, and Phelps said, "Why don't you just watch the one you got?" I said, "Because I can't leave this long enough to go get it."
Exactly.
Because this thing will burn if I do that.
Exactly. Tomorrow I'm going to start grilling up some vegetables. I got some zucchini I got on sale. I think I got 5 zucchini, and I'm going to do the mushrooms. I got some baby bellas and also some shiitakes. I'm going to grill them up, and I'm taking the pork tenderloin, and I'm going to cut it up to where it's like chicken fingers. And I'm going to pound it out. I'm going to egg it and fry it. I'm going to make that like for finger food for Sunday football.
There you go.
But I'm going to make it like in style of chicken fingers with the.
I like that.
What do you call it?
Wow.
The chicharrones and that. So we'll give it a shot. See what happens. I like coming up with the different ideas and doing different things. So.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I look at it, it's a challenge to me to see what can I make with it, Well, how can I make it put a twist on it? Like I may see somebody do something on the internet, and I'll say I'm going to do a twist on that. I'm not going to just copycat them. I'm going to twist them. It's like with the one where I did the egg sandwich. That way of doing the egg and the sandwich has been around for a while, but I put a different spin on it.
Sure. Yeah.
By doing it open faced, and I did it with one egg.
You're the egginator. All I need now. All I need to see you is riding in on a big rooster. We're coming to scramble your eggs, pal.
Only if it's Belt Loops Rooster. Speaking of that, Charlotte, Gulf Coast Granny, we were both on Jonesy's live this morning. He was talking about something she was going to make, and she was saying she was going to make a muffalata, and but it was going to be keto friendly, and she was talking about what she was going to use in it, and Devil Dog was saying, she was talking about using capicola and things like that, and he goes, I have no idea what any of that stuff is. He went through the process of explaining it to him.
Oh Jesus!
It was and she had some cheeses that she was going to put in there, and she was going, it was basically going to be like a salad type thing, the way she was going to make it. It sounds like, but it's
okay.
I'm like, that sounds good. I wish I could eat that.
I mean, the one deli here, they have. I like the prosciutto. I mean, it really, really good, and it doesn't affect us at all as far as keto. But the prices, I mean, ridiculous.
Yeah,
completely nuts. That's why I'm doing with the pork tenderloin, chicken. I mean, they get 5. I think it was 5 chicken breasts, half chicken breasts, was like $21 in the store.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I mean, like it's nuts. That's why I make the chicken wings. Forget about it. You can't even find chicken wings.
And when you do, they're skyrocketing.
So what I do is, you've seen, I take the thighs and I cut them up, and make them look like chicken wings, and then we'll have that. But even
do you have one of the pieces that has the bone still, or do you remove the bone?
For a while I was taking the bone off, and now I just leave the bone on it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a big wing.
So it's like, I mean, they're all like flats, but that one especially is.
Yeah. So I mean, it's like a big wing on there. So I got lazy. That's what happened.
Well, hey, don't worry about it. I say do it.
See, Ron's going to make this weekend. He said he's going to make some low carb spaghetti sauce with meatballs from scratch for the weekend. Hey, Ron, have you ever tried using egg life wraps? Take them, roll them up, cut them up into like thin spaghetti. You saute them up in a pan and then put them in a little bit of sauce. They're good.
They really are.
Yeah. Alan's still here.
Yeah. Hey, I'm glad you're here, Alan. And RJ said he made the chicken crust pizza tonight for dinner. I still have not made the chicken crust pizza. I need to do that. I don't know why I haven't, but I have.
Mike, the other thing is people think of pizza of a big, you got to make the big, that seems like a lot of work. You make it a little small one, individuals. You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean,
yeah, ain't got to be huge.
This thing won't stop. Dude said he left before, but he was outside watching TV, so he wasn't no keyboard, so he was just still watching.
Oh, okay. And
I'm going to test him later on it, but
Ron says he hasn't tested.
In frame 36, what did Mike say?
Ron says he hasn't tried the egg life wraps, but he has made his own noodles from eggs. Try those egg life wraps, man, and actually got a recipe out there that I haven't tried it yet, but it looks like it's great, and it looks.
Alan made them. I got to go back and try them again. You know what the thing is? We're so used to eating. Like take a pound of spaghetti. We used in a restaurant. We used to go through tons of macaroni, tons of spaghetti. So you figure out how much somebody would eat, okay? And as I got fatter and fatter and fatter, okay, I could sit down and eat a pound of macaroni like that, okay?
Oh, me too.
But Now roll up them. I'll take between the two of us. I'll take 3 egg life wraps, roll them up, cut them, and I can't finish it.
There you go.
I can't finish it. They fill you up so much. They're truffles, Mike. I had that roast beef sandwich the other day from the tri-tip. I couldn't finish it.
I've
He
had
looked at me.
big French fries out of the chaffles.
Hell yeah.
In the air fryer, or not air fryer, the oven, I didn't fry them. And, you dip them and make them like fries.
Hell yeah. Damn, it sounds like Rob now from.
But watch how long you leave them in there, because they will burn in a heartbeat. Just you slice them, like fries.
Yeah.
Like you slice a potato and you're making sticks.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go back to making the zucchini. I'm not going to make all the zucchini anymore. I'm not going to grill it all. But I like to take the zucchini, eggplant, garlic, some roasted red peppers, some of the mushrooms, and I marinate it in olive oil in a flat pan after I grill it. Put it in there, let it sit overnight, and use that. Pick on that, put a little cheese on it and stuff like that. So, yeah, what do you say? I make truffles.
He makes truffles. My easy peasy truffles. The video had 4K. Wow.
Yeah, I got one where I put it. First time I ever did it, just hit 8,300 this morning. That's phenomenal. That knocks me out.
Hi, Michelle.
Hey, Michelle's here. Hello, Michelle. How you doing?
Hey, Michelle, about learning how to do Canva. Yeah, I can help you do that. It took me a while. It was a lot of trial and error on my part trying to get it, and I still learn something new about it every day.
I like Canva.
What's that?
I love Canva. I love using Canva.
Yeah, I'm still learning stuff about it, but I've got it down where I can make a thumbnail pretty easily, but I'll also, hey, Devil Dog, and
hey, Devil Dog.
The one where I just basically tell my journey, that video in there, that's a video I made in Canva from the slideshow, doing slideshow.
Cool. Wow. Yeah, they upgraded me and everything like that with it because I made so many thumbnails with it. But now Marie's using it. Marie is she's editing her own stuff now. She's doing bringing the music in and everything. She's doing good.
Well, Marie's channel is doing great. She's up over 80 subscribers.
She's got 82, I think.
And if y'all haven't checked out Marie's channel, she is a heck of a storyteller. She writes some really good stories.
Yeah, I think they're all about me. Or want to be me. I look at it sometimes.
He had to disown for Marin and Irish.
I knew you'd like that one.
I'm telling you, when I heard that, I had to pause it because I laughing so hard.
Devil Dog's calling me Pops. I feel great. I'm keto, baby. I don't know. Well, Mike, what do you think? You going to put her down or?
Yeah, I'm going to head it out. I'm going to go sit in the living room, maybe watch a TV show with Paige and have a bite to eat.
Okay, we do this every Wednesday. Next Wednesday will be my turn.
Yep.
I was great tonight.
And I should be coming from Helen, Georgia in it next week.
Okay, well, just let me know if you have a problem with it. It's not a big deal.
Supposed to have Wi-Fi where we're staying, so we'll see.
Okay. We had the big guns in tonight. It's great to see.
I loved it. This was
very
great.
Good.
Thank y'all, everybody.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. And y'all all have fun the rest of the night, and everybody be safe.
All right.
And I've had a couple of folks say, "Why do you end your videos with? Let's be careful out there." Do you know what it's from, Ron? I mean, listen to me, Ron. Tom.
Yeah, that was that police show.
Yep. Hill
Street. Be careful.
Hill Street.
Wasn't that
the house? The shift sergeant.
Yeah.
Yep.
I can't remember the name of it now. That was back in the 80s.
Hill Street Blues.
Yep, Hill Street Blues. There you go.
That's from that. He did roll call, and he would send them out on roll call. Hey! Let's be careful out there.
Uh,
It's an honor to him because that man right there, he did a great job of portraying the shift sergeant, the desk sergeant.
yeah. Yes,
All
he did.
righty. This has been fun, y'all. Thank you.
All right, Mikey, take care. I'll be talking to you.
All righty. Take care.
I sent that email. I haven't heard anything back from him yet, so we'll see what happens.
Okay. All righty.
All right.
Thank you. I
Okay.
appreciate that more than you know.
Oh no, not a big deal.
All righty.
All right, talk to you later.